tell us about your phone line, because I was asking about that. So how
They
did
Might
that
Be
originate?
Giants has a dial-a-song service. Actually, we started doing it before we had any records out, and it was just a way, basically, to get local New Yorkers to hear our music without having to go out to smoke-filled rooms late at night. I mean, we sort of figured that most of the people be into us would not be like trendy nightclub people, so, and yet that was those were really the only venues that people could be exposed to what we did. So I got a phone machine, and when I moved into my apartment by myself, I just all of a sudden I just plugged it into the wall and put some cassettes of songs in it and started advertising it in the back of the Voice and the cheap part and the personals part. I lied to them and said it was a personal ad, and people started calling up. And
How many calls do you think you've had?
well, we get a couple hundred calls a day, basically. I mean, it only takes one person at a time.
And it's not like the New Kids on the Block line. It's not a 800 line. You don't have to pay.
No, it's free. Although
There's one way that it's not like the New Kids on the Block.
but in every other way, it's exactly the same.
Exactly. When the major came to get you, did you have your list of things?
When they
you
came
know?
to get us.
Yeah, because they must have sort of come knocking at your door.
Well,
by
it
this
was
time.
useful to have had the experience of being on indie, you know. I mean, it's definitely, I mean, basically, you just know what things that you're not interested in doing. So, you know, the whole just being a band in public involves a lot of different things that are not exactly about making music. I mean, even making a video, which, you know, can be very fun, is also, you're sort of thinking like, well, you know, if it's too, you know, will they really play it on MTV? You know, is it really going to be that kind of thing? And, you know, so, I don't know, we basically knew what we wanted out of the situation, and, you know, we'd sold enough records that it wasn't a problem.
Extremely well with the independent. The second independent LP sold a lot. So that, you know, that was kind of what made us feel, I guess, that we were in a position of, you know, where we could
Power,
sort of
John.
control.
Say it.
Power, yes.
All of a sudden, everyone understood our music.
I was about to say that, and then I realized it didn't sound true at all.
Tell us about the new video that you brought in.
Well, it's all animated. It's two artists, a guy named Mark Merrick and a guy named J. Otto Siebold did the artwork for it.
It's kind of a relief for us not to have to, like, jump
be in
around and get sick.
To
You know,
be in it.
To shave really
essentially what it is.
closely.